rekindling the flame of freedom, an ancestral call to arms. In the heart of the Scottish Highlands, where the heather blooms wild and the lochs mirror the sky, there stood an ancient stone circle known as the Whispering Stones. For generations, it had been said that the spirits of the ancestors gathered there. Their voices carried on the wind, whispering tales of valor and freedom to those who would listen. One misty dawn, as the first light of day painted the hills with hues of gold and amber, a young lad named Ewan ventured to the Whispering Stones. He was a descendant of the mighty Clan MacLeod, a lineage of warriors whose deeds were etched into the annals of Scottish history. Yet, Ewan felt a disconnection from his heritage, a void where the fiery spirit of his forebears should have been. As Ewan approached the stone circle, a sudden gust of wind swirled around him, and the air was filled with the sound of a distant horn, the clarion call of the ancestors. The stones seemed to hum with energy, and Ewan felt a stirring in his soul, a call to awaken the dormant legacy within him. The spirits of the ancestors appeared before him, clad in the tartans of their clans, their eyes alight with the fires of old battles. They spoke of the struggles they had endured, the sacrifices they had made to protect their beloved Scotland from those who sought to dominate it. "We fought not for glory nor riches," said the spectral figure of Fergus MacLeod, Ewan's great-great-grandfather, "but for the right of our people to live free, to walk this land without fear or subjugation. We fought so that future generations might know the true meaning of sovereignty." Moved by their words, Ewan realized that the spirit of the ancestors was not lost. It lived on in the hearts of those who remembered their stories, who honored their sacrifices. It was a flame that could never be extinguished, a beacon guiding the way toward a future where Scotland's destiny was once again in the hands of its people. With the clarion call echoing in his ears, Ewan pledged to carry forth the legacy of his ancestors, to be a voice for freedom and a defender of heritage. And as he left the Whispering Stones, the spirits of the ancestors faded into the morning mist, their presence a silent affirmation of the unbreakable bond between past and present. From that day on, Ewan became a storyteller, sharing the tales of his forebears with all who would listen. And through his words, the clarion call of the ancestors continued to resound across the land, a timeless reminder that the spirit of Scotland would forever endure. Or, if our ancient Celtic ancestors could peer through the mists of time and witness the state of modern Scotland, their fury would surely ignite like a wildfire on the moors. Picture it, those proud warriors, whose very essence was woven into the fabric of this land, looking down upon a Scotland shackled by the whims of a political elite who have forsaken our heritage and sold our people's birthright to the English oppressors. In their time, helmets were more than mere metal. They were symbols of courage, emblazoned with the fierce visages of stags, horses, and sun discs. These were not just for show, they were declarations of defiance against those who sought to subjugate our proud nation. But what do they see now? A Scotland not of warriors, but of sheep led by shepherds who bend the knee to the powers that be across the border. Our ancestors, who fought and died to preserve our freedom, would surely roar with indignation at the sight of their descendants bowing to the whims of the very forces they once battled against. They would ask, with thunderous voices echoing across the centuries, "Where is the spirit of our people? Where is the fire that once burned in the hearts of every Scotsman and Scotswoman? Have we forgotten the sacrifices made by our forebears, who spilled their blood upon this soil, so that we might live as free people?" Their anger would be palpable, their disappointment immeasurable, for they did not fight for Scotland to become a mere puppet, dancing to the tune of foreign masters. They fought for freedom, for the right to determine our own destiny, to stand tall and proud as a nation unconquered. And so, let us heed the voices of our ancestors. Let us reclaim the spirit of our warrior forebears. Let us rise up against those who would sell our sovereignty for a handful of silver, and forge a Scotland worthy of the legacy passed down to us through the ages. For as long as there beats a heart in the breast of a Scotsman or Scotswoman, the flame of freedom shall never be extinguished. #WarriorsLegacy School.
If you need me, you know where I'll be. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun.